Good day, I'm Theodore Henry, and this is your JIS News for Monday, April 19, 2021. The Jamaican economy is showing signs of recovering from the fallout caused by the COVID-19 pandemic. This analysis from the Statistical Institute of Jamaica, STATIN, is based on a review of the latest key indicators. Director General Carol Coy says this positive outlook stands even though the economy contracted by 8.3% for the October to December 2020 quarter relative to the corresponding period in 2019.
When compared to quarter 3 of 2020, however, the economy grew by 0.9%, and this was a continuation of what we saw when we had compared the third quarter with the second quarter of 2020. This would have happened because of the relaxation of some of the measures initiated since March 2020 to limit the spread of COVID-19.
Ms. Coy was addressing STATIN's digital quarterly briefing last Thursday. The Director General said all except one of the 5 services industry subsectors contracted during the October to December 2020 review period. Producers of government services with a 0.2% outturn was the sole subsector recording growth. 2 of the 4 goods-producing industries, construction and mining and quarrying, grew by 6.3% each. Meanwhile, STATIN is also reporting that Jamaica substantially reduced its import bill in the 2020 calendar year. The country reportedly spent $4.76 billion less on imports when compared to the previous year. This resulted from a 26.4% reduction in imports. According to STATIN's Director General, Carol Coy, the decline was largely attributed to lower importation of fuel and lubricants, which fell by 48.8%, as well as raw materials and intermediate goods, which fell by 17.1%. Imports of consumer goods during 2020 declined by 14.2% over 2019. At the same time, exports amounted to $1.2 billion, a 26.4% decline when compared with 2019.
The decline in total exports was mainly influenced by a reduction in the exports of alumina, which fell by 39.8%, and mineral fuels, which fell by 36.1%.
STATIN also reports that the rate of inflation, or the Consumer Price Index, rose by 1.1% in March.
The increase in the inflation rate was impacted by a 4.6% increase in the index for the Housing, Water, Electricity, Gas and Other Fuels division. The index of the heaviest weighted division, Food and Non-Alcoholic Beverages, rose by 0.2%, while the index for the Transport division increased by 0.5%.
In other news, Cabinet has given approval for a concept paper to advance the development of a national higher education policy framework for Jamaica. This was revealed by the Minister of Education, Youth and Information, Favour Williams, during the recent post-Cabinet press briefing.
The approval for the higher education concept paper sets in motion the development of a national higher education policy which would streamline Jamaica's higher education sector to work in a cohesive and efficient manner, facilitating the achievement of the outcomes of Vision 2030.
She says the development of the policy would provide a direct and transparent channel of communication between higher education schools and other institutions in terms of skills development. To date, Jamaica has 3 universities, 5 community colleges, 6 teachers' colleges, 2 polytechnic colleges, and 4 workforce training institutions. The Jamaica Tourist Board, JTB, is to be the coordinating entity for the mandatory medical insurance coverage program for holders of foreign passports who are visiting Jamaica. Information Minister Favour Williams announced the Cabinet's approval recently.
The availability of medical insurance and emergency evacuation are important parameters for the resumption of international travel. Medical insurance coverage would provide visitors with confidence in destination Jamaica and protect the public health care system.
She says the JTB will also undertake a competitive bidding process to identify suitable providers of medical insurance and health logistics coverage for the holders of foreign passports who are visiting Jamaica. The Ministry of Agriculture has distributed approximately 400 backyard gardening kits to help persons grow their own supply of vegetables and herbs in small spaces. The ministry is looking to distribute 2,500 kits which contain assorted seeds, a seeding tray, mix, and fertilizer. During a handover ceremony at Twickenham Park last Thursday, Portfolio Minister Floyd Green said the project was important to the goal of ensuring food security, particularly during the coronavirus pandemic.
We want to encourage our people in urban spaces to do agriculture, to do gardening, to do containerized agriculture, and to really help us grow our sector.
The Agriculture Minister says response to the initiative has been overwhelming, with more than 7,000 applicants, mainly women and young people aged 26 to 49. Beneficiaries under the program will be monitored by the Rural Agricultural Development Authority, RADA, which will also be providing best practice tips on how to maximize yields. And finally, the Inter-Secondary School Sports Association, ISSA, has been given clearance to host the 2021 staging of the Grace Kennedy Boys and Girls Athletics Championship between May 11 and 15. ISSA President Keith Wellington confirmed the news Friday afternoon. He says 70% of the events will be contested as straight finals, while only the 100, 200, 400 and 800 meter races will be contested over rounds. The hours will also be modified, with the action on each day to be completed by 5:30 p.m. The ISSA Grace Kennedy Boys and Girls Championships, or CHAMPS, held each year, is the largest Jamaican high school track and field meet. CHAMPS 2021 was initially set for March 23 to 27, but a spike in COVID-19 cases saw a tightening of movement across the island, causing the event to be postponed. And that's it for JIS News Today. I'm Theodore Henry. Thanks for watching.